I'm going to show you today why you cannot trust the Weather Channel, any kind of weather information, their predictions. Last night the forecast in the Detroit area was 39 degrees would be the low, and I can tell you, see the frost on the roof? Yep, you can see the frost on the roof. We got down to much colder than 39 degrees. We're out away from the city, and I'm going to show you, we're going to find out if the little greenhouse worked. Did the greenhouse protect the plants, or did we find trouble? Join us. All right, here's my little shelter logic. I shut it up last night. They were saying low 39. And I wake up and I see there's frost on the roof. So I stuck my tomatoes in here yesterday to acclimate them. And do they have frost on them? My green pepper, my tomatoes, yeah, they don't look good. They don't look good. Yep, I should have known better. You can see that drooping leaves, the frost, my green pepper. My only chance to save them to turn the sprinklers on. We will see. I'm sure it won't completely kill this green pepper plant. I could have put a little source of heat in here last night. I do have electricity nearby. I guess I was sleeping at the wheel, my own fault. I have an electrical outlet 30 feet away. I should have put a little heater in here, kept it going last night. But I had a lot going on, wasn't focused. But hey, stay tuned, I'll show you. We'll see in a little bit if they recover from the frost. You can see the frost leaves are not looking good, not looking good at all. I even have a little pumpkin plant here from my 450 last year. I started a little pumpkin plant. Stay tuned, we'll see as it warms up today if the plants recover. All right, well, hours later, this is 10 hours later. It looks like Bubba crapped his plants. Even I had a little tomato seedling there, had popped up really late, took forever to germinate, and it is toast. Believe it or not, folks, that is a tomato seedling. The only one thing, surprisingly, the pumpkin plant took the hit. It looks okay. So there's something to learn. The pumpkin plants will take more of a frost than tomatoes and green peppers. I believe we'll be all right with the green pepper. What I'm going to do is I'll cut off all this. All these leaves I'll cut off. The green pepper, I believe, will bounce back. It will bounce back. We'll cut it all back. We'll find out. Stay tuned for future videos. I'll cut back all this. Now the tomato plants, I don't know so much. We'll do the same thing. We'll cut them off and we'll see if any suckers pop up. But I will say this, I'm not too heartbroken because these tomato plants were way too early for competition. And I was going to save them for, and use them for eaters, but we'll just start over. Lots of time to start over. So this is what you learn. We'll talk about this, what to watch for when the weatherman says it's going to be 39 degrees out. That means 39 degrees in the city. Where are you located? And actually 39 degrees is kind of close to freezing anyways. We'll talk about that more in a second. And once again, here I am on the run. You gotta go, gotta keep the lights turned on, gotta go make the bacon, baby. So that's what happens when you're on the run and you're trying to protect your plants. Well, you don't realize that you check your phone says, oh, low tonight, 39 degrees. You watch the weather, get a shot of that for a minute. Oh, the low's gonna be 39, and you gotta think, wait a minute, Mark, 39, that's in Detroit. That's at the airport. We're out here in the sticks. We're 45 minutes north of Detroit, and we're out in what you'd call the sticks, a little town, 6,000 people. And it gets colder out here. It gets colder, and so 39 degrees, and it doesn't have to get down to 32 to frost. It's all about the dew point. There's a lot of science in there and stuff, but the dew point is in relationship. If you study all that, if you're a real intellect, you can figure that out. But either way,
Warning, danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger, danger. If it's going to say even 40 degrees, low tonight 40 degrees, you might want to think twice about throwing some heat. Even in a little cold frame, you can throw a bottle of hot water bottle, like a 2-liter bottle, fill it with hot water, throw it in there. If that's all you got, a couple of gallon jugs, it might be just enough heat to go in your little cold frame and help keep the plants from getting frost on them. Another method would be, sometimes I slip a cardboard box over the plant itself, and the ground temperature alone will keep it from frosting inside the cardboard box. So there's just a couple of tips. But hey, don't crap your plants like Bubba. Make sure that you take the time to stop when you're on the run and make sure your plants are cared for. Very important with all kinds of gardening. I don't care if you're growing, peas, carrots, whatever you're growing, watermelons, pumpkins, all of them, pretty much the stuff that we have on this channel here applies to a lot of the stuff that you grow in a regular garden. We just had our pandemic gardening series. I have mini playlists. I have Bubba's Home Fix-It tips for you that are into remodeling, want to do your own work. You can do it. We can help. Well, check out my Bubba's Home Fix-It tip playlist. A lot of good information on there. And hey, if you would, comment below and tell me what kind of videos would you like to see in the home improvement area or even the gardening area, and we'll work on doing videos like that. But stay tuned this spring. We're going to have build your own greenhouse with pallets. Pallets I'm collecting from the lumberyard. We're going to build your own greenhouse. We're going to have clips from Josiah Brandt in Wisconsin growing his giant pumpkins. We're also going to have the community garden. Which we're going to be growing everything. Tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce. You'll see it all growing out there using Dairy Dew products. So please join us. And remember, don't crap your plants when it's time for frost. You're talking in the fall and in the spring. Make sure you're not trusting that weatherman's temperature too closely. He could even be off by 5 degrees. It's not his fault. The weather has always been very unpredictable. It will never, ever, ever be spot on predictable, the weather. Now, I don't care how good technology gets. So you have to give yourself a little 10-degree buffer. So keep that in mind with all your gardening needs. All right, I'm going to cut it short because I got to go. All right, it's time to go. All right, thanks for joining us today. Please turn on your notifications, subscribe to the channel if you like the videos. And hey, check out my viral video, 288-pound giant watermelon, cut open, look inside. Check that video out. Right now, it's going viral. All right, over 14 million views. All right, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.